All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Green Bay Packers. Here's a very fun fact for my fellow Packers fans. Jordan Love led the National Football League in Week 1 in passer rating at 123. He was perfect on third and fourth down. Situationally, perfect. The confidence is booming. The momentum is booming. And keep in mind, guys, this is the youngest team in the National Football League. Their average age is 25 years old. They have a chip on their shoulder. They are ready to continue to shock the National Football League. What did they look like in Week 1? They looked organized. They looked efficient. That defense is legit. Special teams is legit. The special teams made it so much easier on Jordan Love in this offense. This Packers team could be something special. And yes, I use that word very deliberately because of Jaquan Brisker. Before we get any further into tonight's video, we're going to talk about the Green Bay Packers. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. I post daily NFL content. I'm a cheesehead, diehard cheesehead, so we do post several Packers videos every single week. Packers fans, if we could try and get this video to 500 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So here's the thing. Jaquan Brisker calling Jordan Love nothing special Week 1. He's right. Jordan Love did phenomenal, though. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. In the second half, he was freaking money. 15 of 27, 245 yards. Here's the thing. It was Jordan Love's second start. It was the second start. So, yeah, Jaquan, he's not going to be special in his second ever NFL start. But for a guy who's played in one start before against the Kansas City Chiefs, he looked exquisite. The dude can play. He's a leader. He can throw it, man. He's athletic. I love the comparison that I've been hearing across the media world right now, an athletic game manager. And the thing that people hear with game managers, they think of like, I don't know, I'm not throwing a shot at Nick Foles here, but they think of like nothing special. You know, like not a fun quarterback to watch, not a fun team to watch. That's not the case. That's not the case. You can win with an athletic game manager. And then we take a look at this defense. There's 7 first-round picks on the defense. The special teams, for the first time in at least like what feels like 10 years, I feel fully comfortable. In fact, I'd go above and beyond. I feel confident with Jayden Reed and Keyshawn Nixon bringing back my punts and kick returns. Keyshawn Nixon, at the entire second half of last season and in the 2 kick returns against Chicago, it's a block away. The dude's a block away. We saw him run it back last season, but in the 2 punt kick returns in Week 1, he was a block away. Jayden Reed, couple of punt returns. The dude set up 2 touchdown drives. Jayden Reed single-handedly, I mean, you know, maybe the Packers would have driven the ball down the field. Not the point here. Jayden Reed with a long 35 punt, returning these punts, 3 returns, 54 yards for an average of 18. That's almost 2 touchdowns. That's a difference maker. If you're returning punts around the 25 and you're getting it close to midfield, oh my goodness gracious. That is a special teams coach's dream. That is quite literally their dream. This Packers team, they proved a lot of people wrong in Week 1, 38-20. We established it in the past couple of Packers videos. Pretty much was a 38-14 victory. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Now, we're going to continue to learn a lot more about this Green Bay Packers team as time goes on. But I want to talk about some of these young players. I want to talk about specifically a lot of these rookies. You know, we saw guys, even on the defensive side, Lucas Van Ness, he had a sack. I mean, these guys are contributing. Devontae Wyatt, last year's first-round pick, 1.5 sacks. Quay Walker, last year's first-round pick, or one of the 2 first-round picks, pick 6. I mean, these young guys are putting out. But then we take a look at the offense, which is what everybody, when looking at Green Bay, was worried about. The media, fans including, everybody was just worried about the lack of experience at the wide receiver position, at the tight end position. We've got a bunch of rookies. We've got a bunch of second-year players. It's perfectly fine. They won a game without Christian Watson. 245 passing yards for Jordan Love without wide receiver 1. I don't know, man. All I heard on Thursday was, oh, yeah, Patrick Mahomes would have had a good game if he had wide receiver 1 and Travis Kelce, or, you know, technically tight end 1, but whatever. He's wide receiver 1. But Jordan Love misses Christian Watson in the first game. I don't hear anything about it. That's a dub in and of itself. Speaking of dubs, Romeo Doubs, 4 catches, 26 yards, 2 touchdowns. We've said it on this channel. Romeo Doubs was huge in his rookie season when he was on the field. It's the same thing with Christian Watson when these guys are on the field, they're contributing. And if you're like a box score watcher, which is perfectly fine because there's so many games, especially week one, if you're not a Packers fan, if you're not a Bears fan, and you didn't watch the game, you could look at Romeo Dobbs' performance, be like, 4 catches, 26 yards. Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns, whatever. No. Romeo Dobbs and Jordan Love, they have chemistry. They have connection. We saw it in preseason. We saw it in the first week of the season. Romeo Dobbs could be the best wide receiver on this Packers team. I mean, he could be. I don't want to disrespect. I don't want to throw shade at Christian Watson because we have yet to see him this season. I think Christian Watson's a 1,000-yard receiver. But to be quite honest with you, I think Romeo Dobbs is a 1,000-yard receiver as well. So let's talk about these rookies. I want to talk about 2 in particular, Luke Musgrave and Jayden Reed. Now, I know that Jordan Love, they had a bunch of plays behind the line of scrimmage, which, by the way, is what Matt LaFleur is awesome at. The Packers were very efficient in that victory. I mean, they put up 38 freaking points. They put up 28 points in the second half. But Luke Musgrave, I love the idea, and I love Luke Musgrave already. I mean, I know Packers fans can relate to this. I mean, the last reliable tight end I can think of was Jermichael Finley. Luke Musgrave could be like a 5+ year star tight end for the Green Bay Packers. Now, I don't want to jump the gun here, but 3 catches, 50 yards for a long of 37. I think he's going to be a huge favorite, and he should be a huge favorite, especially in the red zone for Jordan Love. But Jayden Reed, we talked about him on the punt return, setting up a bunch of touchdowns. He had 2 catches for 48 yards, including a huge 30-yard catch. There's pop on this team. There's zip on this team, and it's something I haven't felt about Green Bay in quite some time. Like, for the last couple of years, we've had Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, and I love those 2 running backs. I love them in the red zone. I love that they can catch. I love that they can block. I feel like they perfectly complement each other, right? So there's pop there. We have pop with Aaron Jones. But, we look at last year with Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb, and it's like, that's just not going to get the job done. No matter if Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love is your quarterback, I'm so glad that Green Bay last year, they kind of started to switch. They started to prepare for post-Aaron Rodgers life, and they surrounded Jordan Love with playmakers, young, fast, crafty, versatile playmaking guys. Luke Musgrave, Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Jayden Reed, Dontavian Wicks, Malik Heath. I know both of those last 2 guys didn't have a catch in their first game. It's going to take some time. They're rookie wide receivers. There's a ton of talent on this Packers offense. And if Jordan Love can do what he did in the first game, basically don't force balls, limit interceptions, limit turnovers, which is exactly what he did, Green Bay could be fighting 9, 10+ wins this upcoming season. Now, they're going on the road once again to Atlanta this upcoming weekend. It's going to be a great game. I do think the Packers will win it. There's going to be a lot more eyeballs after that game. We're going to continue to learn a lot about this, once again, extremely young team, the youngest team in the National Football League with an average age of 25. So, yeah, it was 1 game, but I couldn't have asked for anything more. All right, that's it for tonight. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. We'll probably get another Packers video out before that Falcons game, so stay tuned. But more importantly, I want a grade. Give me a grade down below on Jordan Love, week 1 against the Chicago Bears. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your